Welcome to another episode of Fresh Off the Set. I'm Brooke Mangum.
And I'm Jennifer Stalin.
And this is the first time you're putting on the headphones in our Fresh Off the Set podcast studio.
I am. I'm so excited.
How does it feel? It's like getting crowned, right?
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Feels fabulous.
Well, they look good on you. They look
you.
good on you.
They look great on you.
Well, we have got a fun episode today. Angela Murray is going to be on the podcast. And I know maybe you're thinking, that sounds familiar. Well, she's a Utah realtor, but she's also been on Big Brother, Let's Make a Deal, The Amazing Race, and now she is living her best life after 50. She's just so much fun.
That's incredible. I love that.
That's a lot of reality television to be on.
She's a reality star.
She's a fierce competitor because these are all competition reality series. Mm-hmm. Those are a little bit different.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, and you've been on reality TV.
I was on a competition reality show. It was summer camp on USA Network. I didn't know. People are like, I've never heard of it. Well, it only got one season because nobody watched it, all right? But it was so much fun. It was like they sent adults back to summer camp. And it was funny. My daughter was asking me about it the other day. So I pulled it up on Amazon and I was like, I wonder if this is like even there. It is there. You can watch it as a 2.5-star review, but only 8 people have reviewed it. So there you go. Don't quit your day job. But what reality competition series would you go on if you could?
Maybe Survivor. I think it would just be really challenging.
That would be
really test my limits,
man. Yeah, that's like you're signing up for like a worm and malnutrition.
Yeah, a little scary, but I think you have to go after things that you're scared of.
Oh, I love that. See, I think I'd do Amazing Race. I'm freakishly good at puzzles, and but I couldn't go on with my spouse. We would be divorced.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe we could go together.
We could go.
We could do
I love that.
But anyways, so much fun. But Angela Murray is just a delight. Let's take a listen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alora Murray, and I am so excited because I am joined by Angela Murray. I'm going to call you a reality TV star at this point.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. That's an honor.
Our very own reality TV star is here with us in the podcast studio. So, Angela, for those who don't know, which they should, but it's okay if they don't, tell us a little bit about your journey and, what inspired you to go after such big goals maybe later in life.
Well, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but I'm a mom of 4 and also a nana now of 3. And having a business with my husband, I just didn't have time for it. Always desired it, always wanted it. I had that fire in my gut, like I had to do it. However, I just didn't have the time. There was no way I could make the time. And now that I'm older and things are kind of settled, I'm not. Like my spirit is like on fire. I want to do so much more. And I know I have it in me. So it's like, why not go after it?
I mean, you were on the show a little bit ago, and I just adored talking to you because just being around you, you have this go-getter spirit that makes me want to be that way. That makes me want to go after things. And I just love talking to you. And I know everyone's going to enjoy this podcast. So how has being over 50 shaped the way that you approach challenges and opportunities?
Well, I don't like to look at it this way, but it is reality. Like the better half of my life is behind me now, right? A lot of people have that, mentality concept of their lives, but I don't want to look at it that way. I want to look at it like the better half is ahead of me.
Yes.
And I'm like, why not? Like, why not go after things? Yes, I'm not in my 20s or my 30s any longer, but I am still perfectly capable. And as long as I have the desire and the dreams, why not go after them? They can be achieved.
I think that's beautiful. I was doing a workout a while ago, and the instructor that was guiding me through the workout, she said, getting older is just a state of mind, and she rejects that thought.
Absolutely.
Being old. I mean, we all get older, but it was the being old phrase that she was like, I reject that.
Yeah, I totally agree. I like to call myself 52 years young.
We love that. And I mean, you made a huge splash on Big Brother season 26. Yeah. You made it in America's top 2.
Sure
you made
did.
such a splash that when I interviewed you, I posted a picture of you on Instagram when we interviewed you on the show. I had a couple of friends DM me and were like, I love her. And I'm like, well, you're going to love the interview then.
All right.
But you made such a big splash. Talk to us about being on Big Brother. What was that like?
Oh my gosh. So Big Brother is like the holy grail of reality TV, if you will. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the longest duration of a reality TV show.
I mean, I don't know. That's something that we can look up. But
I think I'm right. I really do. And if I'm not, forgive me, but I really think I'm right. Honestly, when you are chosen for something like this huge opportunity to go and spend the summer with 14 other strangers in this gorgeous house in the middle of LA. It's like, wow. There's so many different personalities, you know?
To say the least.
Yeah.
I love that for you. So what was your strategy going into it? And did your strategy kind of change once everything started? Like, talk to me about that.
Oh, Alora, let me tell you. I went in with the strategy that I wanted to, knowing how long the duration of this is, I wanted to go the distance. I really wanted to. I knew it was more of a marathon than a race. And so I wanted to be the person that the other house guests would feel like I felt like a place of home, a place of safe, a place where, you know, they could tell me anything and they knew I would be a vault. Boy, oh boy, did I mess that up. The first week I get in there and I'm blowing up at arguably one of the strongest players in the house.
Yeah.
And I was literally playing on the defense after that completely the whole time. So my strategy kind of went out the window the first month or two.
But you know what? That is why we love you, because you are like, you know what? Let me be frank. Let me be real with
Yes.
you. It didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't. It didn't. But I did kind of catch up there in that second half and built really good relationships. And I did have a couple of house guests that literally just said those words to me. Like, if it hadn't been for you, you were a place of home for me. And those were the words that I had going in. So I did achieve it. It just was later on.
You eventually got there.
I got there.
You just had some twists and turns. And
Yeah.
So you talked about, you know, blowing up at one of the strongest players in the house. What was one of the most emotionally challenging moments you had on the show?
Right. Good question, Laura. Honestly, I think the most challenging was just because I'm such a family-oriented person. Like, I love my family with everything. And being away from them, my husband of 34 years, I'd never been away from the man very long since I was 15 years old. So for me, it was emotionally draining not having your backup, your ride or dies, your people that love you wholeheartedly all the time. That was probably the hardest thing for me, being away from my family.
I can fully understand that. I mean, if I text my husband and my mom and they don't respond to me immediately, I'm like, hello, where are you? And that's like multiple times a day.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would be incredibly hard for me. And I mean, like, being away from my little boy, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, I just had a grandson that was born less than a week and still was in ICU. So of course I'm like, my heartstrings were so pulled, you know?
And something else that I'm like, how did she do that? Is what was it like forming and navigating the social dynamics with, you know, younger house guests? Because for me, sometimes Gen Z talks to me and I don't know what they're saying to me.
Yeah.
Like, there's this new lingo that I'm really unaware of. Like, how are you forming alliances and dynamics? Hopefully you understood what they were saying to you.
Well, that's a funny question. So I have 4 adult kids that are all in their 20s, one in her early 30s.
Yeah.
So honestly, for me, it was really easy to adapt. Maybe because I spend so much time with my family that I do kind of know the lingo. Sometimes the house guests did make fun of me on some things. I was like, what is that? But for the most part, I really did feel at home with their age group.
I love it.
It was comforting because it reminded me, a lot of the house guests reminded me of my own children. The way I kind of dealt with it is I found likenesses in the people I was closest with in the house that reminded me of my children.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
And honestly, we can learn so much from everyone, especially if there's an age gap. You know, I do theater occasionally, and if I'm in an ensemble with Gen Z kids, they can teach me what certain things mean. I was walking around for a long time wondering why someone was calling someone sus, and I'm like, what are you saying? So we can all learn something from each other, whether
I was
it's
definitely sus in that house.
but there's so much we can learn within age gaps, because
learn and grow.
We've experienced different things, and things that I experienced, the younger generation is experiencing now in a different time. And I love how you approached it in this way of like, hey, you're kind of like my kids. I think that's amazing. Right. How did you keep your composure under pressure and constant surveillance? Like, you were on camera all the time. How did you do that?
Yeah. So that is difficult. I will admit to that. It was very difficult. But going into this situation, you know there's going to be cameras all the time. I made a promise to myself that as a big fan of the show, I really didn't want to play it for the cameras. I knew I needed to be as authentic as possible because that was the only way that I was going to really feel good walking away from it. I didn't want to play it up to the cameras and look in them all the time and have things rehearsed. I really wanted to go in, be authentic, shoot from the hip, and wear my heart on my sleeve. And I did that. And I did that well. So I'm very proud in that aspect of my game.
That leads me to my next question. Is how you acted what you're most proud of, or is there like a single move or decision that you're most proud of?
Yeah, that's a good question too. So I think for me, it was like the midway point nearly, and I was on the block. I was doomed. I was going to go home, and I needed to figure out something. I needed to be very strategic here. And so I created and alluded to that there was a bigger alliance in the house than what Chelsea, our winner of the season, had. And so I put enough fear by dropping this bomb of that one of the other players had created something the night before. And do you know what happened? I got pulled off the block, and that person who didn't align with me went home. My biggest thing, and I wanted to be able to do that more.
Game.
Yeah, exactly.
So you were a huge splash on Big Brother season 26. We talked about that. But now, I mean, like I said, our reality queen, we've got to talk about The Amazing Race.
Oh, yeah.
Because this time you did have family with you, your daughter Lexi. How is the dynamic from Amazing Race different from Big Brother?
Oh, do you remember what I said earlier? Big Brother is more of a marathon.
Yeah.
Well, Amazing Race is just that. It is a race. It is a race to win and to not come in last for sure. You want to stay in the game as long as possible. And so everything was go, 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 go. But to answer your question, having my daughter with me was phenomenal because you have somebody that's got your back the whole time that you can trust 100%. So there's a big difference there. You have somebody that's with you and carries you through, whereas in Big Brother, they're all strangers. You have to build these relationships from scratch.
Oh, I love that. So how did you balance teamwork with your mother-daughter dynamic? How did that work?
Well, we went into it knowing that mom's always right.
Did she agree to that?
No. And rightfully so, too, because honestly, I think there was so much growth in our relationship going on The Amazing Race together because I had to lean on her and listen to what her ideas were and strategies on how to get through something. And honestly, listening to her was the best decision we could have made for some of the things that we had to accomplish.
Were there any moments on the show that, maybe tested your patience or your problem-solving skills?
Oh, yes. yes. Okay, so Lexi and I are both very directional challenged. She and I really had to study maps, right?
I could never in a million years do that.
No, it was so hard, Laura, so hard. So that, for both of us, was our biggest challenge, is just directions and navigation.
You're right. This answer is simple.
Yeah.
I mean, I was taking my little boy to a class the other day, and it should not have been that difficult to get there, but my GPS went out. And my maps went out.
Oh, no.
And it had stopped, and I just kept going straight.
Nightmare.
And I should have turned. Yeah.
Oh.
So I could never compete on Amazing Race. So I empathize with you on that. Besides, the directions, what was something that was maybe physically or mentally challenging about the race?
I think just being in foreign places that you've never been before. Let's put aside directions and navigation and all of that. Just being in these foreign countries that you've never been in before, and you're just trying to learn the streets and just get a vibe for how it feels, and being in train stations and not sleeping the whole night, maybe even for 48 hours. And there's no bed, there's no warmth, nothing. You're just out there in the elements and just trying to survive this race. I think that for both of us, I think that was the hardest.
Right.
The hardest thing.
Did traveling to, all these different countries and cities, did it change your perspective on anything in any way?
It did, and in the best way possible.
Right.
Because I'd never been in like the Europe countries. Oh my gosh, Laura, just being in like Prague and Amsterdam. I want to go back. I want to go back and just feel it all, the culture, the richness and the history, and sit in the park and enjoy a pastry.
Not
like
be
the other people.
racing.
Exactly. So it's opened my mind to want to travel more and further distances.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're not racing against other people.
No.
You can have, your phone out and find where you're going so you don't have to use a map.
Exactly.
Modern conveniences. Now let's talk about another show that you've appeared on. You've appeared on Let's Make It Deal
I have.
3 times.
Oh, yes.
And you have won each time. Do you have a favorite memory from, your 3 different appearances on Let's Make a Deal?
I do. I think it would probably be my first because, I hadn't really watched the show that much. So I went on YouTube and kind of looked at it and I thought, wow, I could do this. I can let my crazy out. I can embarrass my high school kids. Like, yes. And so getting there and just recognizing that this is a place of just be yourself and have fun, I was able to just do that. I think that's a gift that not everybody has, but I somehow do. And I just went in with it with, I'm gonna be on the show and I'm gonna win it. And I did it. I mean, and being on stage and having Wayne Brady, like, congratulate me. I won $20,000 on my first appearance on Let's Make a Deal.
I mean, that is so amazing. And I mean, something you just said is you could be yourself. I think that's advice for anyone, anywhere.
It is.
Is you can go so much farther in life by being yourself and being true to that.
Absolutely.
You will find what's meant for you. What's meant for you won't pass you, but it's easier to find that when you're being true to yourself.
That's such good advice.
And you are, you know, the epitome of that. Being like, here I am. I've been on all these shows.
Thank you.
Made Let's Make a Deal. I've won 3 times. Every time you appeared, you won. Is there a secret, you know, to staying calm and making, you know, decisions quick, on the spot? How do you do it?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go and piggyback off of what you just said. I think you have to be yourself. You have to be authentic, because when going into a reality show of any kind, they are not looking for a one size fits all. Yeah. They are not looking for somebody to fit into their box. Yeah. They are looking for different personalities. So if you're not yourself, the honeymoon's going to be over real quick and they're going to find out. Like, you have to be authentic and just really be yourself.
I love it. And you are so good at that. Like I said, when we interviewed you on the show, I was like, this woman is astounding. We only have 3 minutes with her. We've got to get her on the podcast.
Thank you, Laura.
So, I mean, you talked about this a little bit. Got a game show. You've done long form reality. And then you've done, you know, Amazing Race, which is kind of like long form reality. But these 3 shows are so different. What is your mindset when you go into all 3 of these things?
So my mindset, do you mean just like in the shorter term, like Let's Make a Deal kind of show?
Yeah.
So I tried to do Let's Make a Deal because even though I wanted to do a CBS show, the nighttime game shows, I knew the duration might be too long. That's when this is like 20 years back, you know, 15 years back. And I was like, that might be too long to be away from my business and my family. Yeah. But I lived in California at the time. I can drive at 45 minutes into Los Angeles and shoot my shot. Yeah. And so I did. I learned that every 2 years I could apply. And I was like, well, heck yeah, I'll see you in 2 years. And so there's just not a huge commitment. It's a day's opportunity. It isn't 30 days or 90 days.
There you go. Yeah. And you did. You shot your shot. So what advice would you give someone over 50 who wants to try out for a reality show, who is probably, it's a fairly common thought to be like, my time has come. And it's no one's fault. It's like growing up. They're like, once a woman hits this age, you know, the best is behind you. So what would you say to someone who's 50 and is like, I want to be on a reality show?
Well, maybe in their 20s and 30s, they didn't think they could, or that they maybe didn't even know they wanted to. And I feel like as we're aging, there's growth and there's different goals that come along. If you stay stagnant, you just, you know, you don't really grow. And as I got older, I realized I wanted to do more. And so I said to myself, what's holding me back? What is holding me back? I cannot put a stigma on my age, because I'm vivacious, I've got grit, I've got tenacity, and I'm ready to go out there and live for me. Not for anyone else, but for me. And I am taking the reins, and I'm going to do this.
I am like clapping, because that is the thing. No matter what you have been told, what you were taught being young, no matter how old you are, age, it's so cheesy, but there's no other way I can think to say it, is it's just a number.
It is. And it's a frame of mind.
Yeah. Who you are is so much more important.
Absolutely.
Than your age.
It's funny. Sometimes I get people commenting on my social media pages. Oh my gosh, there's Angela trying to act 20 again. What age should I act? What is the norm for 50, 52? Tell me what that is, because I'm not going to fit into that. I think everybody needs to grow and do what makes them happy.
And you know what? There's that saying, like, young at heart. If being energetic, going after things, why does that just have to be in this tiny age group? Why can't you go after dreams and be energetic and have this tenacity you do?
Exactly.
Once you pass
all the
a certain
stigma
age.
Between, you know, ages 50, 60, 70.
Yeah. Who says that you can only achieve dreams between 20 to 40? Yeah. And even sometimes
and anybody
people are
who
like
says that, they are not in their 50s yet. Let's talk when they're in their 50s.
I joked with my husband. There's the Forbes 30 under 30. And I was like, show me 50 over 50 or show me 5 over 50. Because, I mean, anytime you achieve dreams in your life, it's an amazing feat. Not saying that. But I would love to see more people that are considered older going after what they want to.
Absolutely, they should.
Let's talk more about that. So I love that you're doing this and you're giving, you know, great advice to people. And just by being who you are inspiring So many people.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you.
Now there's going to be a whole bunch of more people applying for reality
They
TV
should.
shows.
I want to see more people that look like me, that have my size and my age. I want to see that because, we're a big part of the people that are at home watching, and I want to be inspired.
Yes, and you are doing that for people. What are some misconceptions about reality TV that you want people to know about? Who maybe they want to try out for it, but they have these like misconceptions. What do you think is some of those misconceptions that are stopping people?
Well, far too often I hear from people online or just in general that they feel it's scripted. They didn't think they could do something like that. And I'm here to tell you it is not scripted. It is completely authentic. And so go in there and be who you are. Represent yourself. Represent your demographic and just shine in that way. So you don't have to, like we were saying earlier, you don't have to fit into a box. Just shine and be who you're meant to be and you'll be fine. And really, reality TV is not for everyone. But if your desire is to do it, shoot your shot. You never, ever know.
The answer is always no if you don't ask.
That's right.
So, and like I say, I always say that, and I always say, what's meant for you won't pass you, but you have to try. I mean, and I know you're not done. You have so many things you want to do. If you could compete on any other reality show, which one would it be and why?
Ooh, oh my gosh. Okay, so dreams and goals moving forward, I would love to be on Survivor.
Yes.
I would love, and not just to like meet the trifecta, because no one has yet, but I would love to be on Survivor. And also Traders.
Okay.
I want them knocking on my door. I'm ready to accept. Just those two really excite me. And I'm like, why not?
Why not?
And just to lay to rest the misconception, I am not a game show plant. This is a woman who is growing and wants to achieve things that she just feels is in her DNA.
I honestly, all these shows that you've been on, I would be horrible on. I don't have that like mindset to have like going in with like a game plan. I'm just very much, here I am.
Living vicariously, watching.
Yeah, that's not how my mind works to be like, all right, what's the plan? Oh my gosh, I could be going home soon. What should I do? I'm more the type of person that's like, well, I'm just having a good time, but I am very competitive. So it's a weird mix of not having a plan, but wanting to win. I just don't think a show like that would be great. I mean, if I could bake, maybe I could be on like British baking show, but I can't bake either. So I need to figure out what reality show I'd be good at.
Girl, you're already doing it. You're already living the dream. Look what you're doing here at Channel 2. Oh my gosh.
And I do this, and I have said it many, many times. This was my dream.
And you're doing it, Alora, and you're doing it well.
Thank you.
I certainly enjoy.
And I get to meet amazing people like you,
Oh my
Angela, and
gosh,
that's what
thank
makes
you.
my job so awesome. All right, before we wrap up, we do something called the Fresh Five, which
Okay.
I ask you 5 random questions that have really nothing to do with anything.
Oh no, I'm afraid.
Yes.
This might be worse.
Girl,
than being
you
on a reality show.
you've been on all of these. I think you could do this. It's just 5 random questions
All right.
that I ask you that just, we get to know you a little bit more. But number 1, if you were on a desert island and you could only listen to one song over and over again, what would it be?
Okay, the new song, oh my gosh, I forget who sings it. Oh, but I'm loving it right now. I listen to it all the time. Call Me Wonderful.
Oh, okay.
You know that song with The Man I Need by Olivia what? Dean. Yes.
All right, we had our Gen Z producer
Thank
here.
you.
She's here
Thank
to
you
help
for helping us out.
There we go. All right, perfect. Had to choose between pancakes and waffles. Which one would you choose?
Ooh, waffles, hand down.
Ooh,
Hands down.
that was fast. Are we talking like butter and syrup, or
Oh,
are you
yes.
Nutella, whipped cream,
Nope,
strawberries
just
kind of
butter
gal?
and syrup all the way.
Okay, that was really quick. All right, what if you could host a reality TV show? Which one would it be?
Julie, I'm coming for your job, Big Brother.
So speaking of being a child at heart, who is your favorite Disney princess?
I'm going to go old school and go Sleeping Beauty.
That is an amazing choice. Why?
You kind of look like her.
But I will take looking like Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
We went to Disney World with my little boy, and every single princess, it didn't matter which one, he saw her and was like, Mom, Mom.
Oh.
He was convinced I was Ariel, and I was like, my hair is very much
Very
blonde.
blonde.
But then he saw Sleeping Beauty and was like, Mom.
Oh my gosh. And children are so honest. That is so sweet.
He's very precious.
love
And then we went
that.
to Universal, and he saw Glinda from
Oh.
Wicked and was like, Mom.
That's so
All right.
sweet.
The very last question I have is, what is a quote that you live by?
Oh, if not me, then who?
Perfect. Angela, you are a star. I can't wait to see you on all the things, winning all the things. I'm so excited for what life has in store for you. And everyone who has listened, thank you so much for listening. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and we will catch you next time.
Thank you.
Congrats, you made it to the end. If you want to continue to freshen up your day, you can watch us on Fresh Living every weekday on CBS Channel 2 in Utah at 1 o'clock. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel, KUTV Fresh Living, and follow us on social media. We will see you next week.